Very simply, guys, Jesus is reinforcing the miracle of small beginnings. That's what he's doing here. He is comparing the kingdom of God on earth to the mustard seed. The mustard seed used proverbially, kind of like figure of speech in the Jewish culture, referring to something really, really small, right? If you want to say something is insignificant, you say that's the size of a mustard seed. This is Jewish culture. It's a figure of speech. And Jesus uses what the Jewish culture used to describe a small, insignificant, meaningless thing. Jesus uses that to compare it to the kingdom of God. How can I describe the kingdom of God? He says in verse 30. How can I illustrate it? It's like a mustard seed. Wait a minute, Jesus, that's wrong, isn't it? To take the eternal kingdom of God that all of creation can hold and the glory can't be described, and compare it to the insignificant mustard seed? Well, Jesus is not comparing his eternal heavenly glory or his heavenly kingdom. He's comparing the earthly kingdom, the growth of the kingdom of God, and saying it starts like a mustard seed, but it becomes the largest of all garden plants. Listen, the black mustard plant that he's talking about here that grew there in the Middle East easily grows 9 feet tall the first year. Then it stops. Little itty bitty mustard seed, really, really big plant, okay? One seed, and I could go into it, but it's not important. The point is a mustard seed something the smallest thing the Jews could think of? Jesus says it starts small. We've been trained by our Tony Robbins succeed big culture, go big or go home. We've been trained to despise small things. So we avoid small works of God. Jesus says the smallest of all seeds becomes the largest of the garden plants. He's talking about the growth of the kingdom of God and how it starts small. And that doesn't mean that you end up buying a basketball arena. It means the kingdom of God is outside the success realm of this world. And that as we are sowing the seed, the kingdom of God is growing. But guess what? It's not about us. It's not about this particular gathering of believers or this building or anything so ridiculous. It's about the eternal kingdom of God growing as those who have been given seed to plant sow the seed they've been given to sow. And then God brings the increase. He brings the harvest, and the kingdom of God grows, right?